Danny Acosta here with Matt the Wizard Hume. Matt, you've been around the sport for a long time. You're a legend. You've got a lot of fighters on your roster. Talk about Carl Sparta and his win here tonight over Justin Wilcox.
It's a huge win. A lot of people thought Justin Wilcox was near the top of that division. Ready if he would have won that fight, probably ready for a title shot. But now they have to look at Karros in the same light.
And to call himself the future, to have that nickname, do you feel he has a lot to live up to, and do you think he can live up to that?
Absolutely, yeah. He's young. He's improving every day, and he's got a long way. He's healthy. He doesn't have injuries, so he's got a long time in the sport, and he's got all the skills to do everything he needs.
Demetrious Johnson, another one of your fighters, he's going to be going down into 125 in a very exciting tournament to see who's going to hold that title in the UFC. Talk about Mighty Mouse going down to his natural weight and having the chance to compete against the likes of Joseph Benavidez and Ian McCall.
It's great because now everybody talks about his speed, and they've never really seen his speed until they see him at his natural weight. So I mean, if you can actually see him when he's in there, he's so fast. When he gets to 125, it's going to be amazing. And some of those other guys like Benavidez too, when they get down to their natural weight, you're going to see a whole nother level of excitement out of those guys.
Ian McCall, his opponent, is the Tachi Palace flyweight champion. Could he ask for a better opponent in his debut at 125 pounds?
Probably couldn't ask for a better skilled or more highly ranked opponent. I mean, McCall is considered the #1 featherweight by many people right now, so it's a great first fight for DJ to show where he stands in the featherweight division, and then to follow that up if he wins with a title shot.
We've got some fighters coming into Japan here on Dream New Year's. Tell us about working with Hayato Sakurai and Bibiano Fernandez going into their bouts.
Hayato Sakurai's been in the game for a long time. Came to me a long time ago in the Bushido days. After had the car accident, kind of resurrected his career, and he's been coming back ever since. The guy's got incredible skills, and he's a workhorse for the Japanese organizations over there. Bibiano Fernandez is an amazing talent, and he's going into the semifinals and finals in the same night if he wins his first match. So we don't know who he'll face in the second fight. But he's got a tough first fight, another Brazilian fighter over there, I think he's gonna his last fight in that tournament, he ended very quickly, just like Karros. So we're hoping for that again in the first round because he's got to do both those fights in one night.
Dream has a partnership with ONE FC now. Talk about your experience in the Japanese MMA landscape, how it's changed, and how do you feel this could impact it in the future?
It's great. I mean, I'm actually the rule director. Yeah, I'm the chief official for ONE FC also. So I work officiating for both companies. ONE FC is a great up-and-coming company that's positioned themselves really well in the market. They're here. They did their last event. It went really well in Singapore, and they're concentrating on the Asian market. So obviously the big guns in the Asian market is Dream, and now they're partnered up. So it's going to bring a lot of eyes on the Japanese fighters, who are the top of the heap in Asia right now, and all this new talent coming out of everywhere else in Asia that ONE FC has. So it's a great situation for both companies.
With the UFC returning to Japan for the first time in over a decade here in February 2012, do you see that the overall Japanese MMA market is going to see benefits from that, or do you think it's going to hurt the up-and-coming organizations like ONE FC?
I think it can only benefit the organizations. With UFC going into Japan, you're talking about? Yeah, with UFC going into Japan, I mean, I think everybody who follows Japanese MMA knows it's kind of in a slump right now. And so UFC is bringing back a lot of the superstars, and hopefully that will spur the Japanese fans to start being interested in MMA again. So there's no way it can hurt, really, and hopefully it will help Asian MMA all the way around.
What are the biggest challenges for Japanese MMA going forward, and what are your biggest hopes for it?
The biggest challenges really are just to get the fans back interested, get their minds off of everything else that's occurred over there over the last few years when it started to slump. In Japan, they've had a lot of tragedies, and it's time for them to have a break and be able to start enjoying things like their MMA again.
Do you think that going forward we're going to see a lot more talent expanding outside of Japan, or would you like to see them stay in there and help build Japanese MMA?
MMA is just like UFC grew in the United States and then grew in Europe, and it's starting to go to Asia. I think Japanese MMA needs to do the same thing. It's always been great in Japan, but now that ONE FC has started opening up all those other markets, how can you not take those billions of people, and try to market your product to those billions of people.
You have a busy gym these days. Tim Bosch is another one of your guys who is surging. Do you feel that Matt Hume's going to come back to the conversation as elite coach? You're not the sexiest coach in terms of the way it's put out there, but you're obviously a staple guy who's been around for a very long time, and you're consistently putting out good fighters.
My goal is just to do the best for the guys that are at my gym. I don't like to have a ton of guys out there because I like to put quality into the guys that I have. So I don't know if my name will get out there, and I really don't care. What I hope is my guys are the ones that are in front of the spotlight, and I want it. It's my job is to make them shine. So that's what I'm hoping to continue to do.
We saw the future breakout here today for you. Who else do you have in the gym that we should watch out for?
Oh, well, Demetrious Johnson, obviously. He's looking for that title, that featherweight title now. Hayato Sakurai is going to be back. Tim Boach. Bibiano Fernandez is going to be showing new skills that he hasn't shown yet. We've got some young guys that are coming up too, but none of them are here yet. So,
Matt Hume,